Hey, beautiful souls, it's your brother Zen, and it's time for another timeless pick a card reading, where in this one, we're going to be asking Spirit, what do they want you to know right now about love in 2023? There's going to be 3 choices to choose from. And of course, you can choose as many as you want, however it resonates. I will start with number 1, but if you want to jump to number 2 or number 3, timestamps will be listed in the description box of the video down below. If you chose reading number 1, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Clarity deck, which is from a group called Girls Gone Happy. So whether you're male or female or how you identify, we're all honorary Girls Gone Happy for this reading. And we're just going to pick a card here to be the center. Okay, that will be the one here. And it is tasks. So we'll put this. And I'll read that to you. It says, what do you tell yourself when you look at your to-do list? As you listen to this story, what do you notice about the ways you speak to yourself, what you tend to focus on, and how this makes you feel about yourself? What do you want to do with this information? So I like that. So what is the story that you're telling yourself about relationships? Something to really look at, because it is within your power of what story you apply to any situation. And sometimes it doesn't feel like we're choosing, because we are given this long list of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts when we're growing up. All these popular opinions of those things, what a relationship is supposed to mean, who you are supposed to be in a relationship, how it's unfolding, who that person is supposed to be. So a lot of stories, when you have this task list of what a relationship, what you have to invest in it, it almost feels like work. And it doesn't have to be if we don't want it to be. We're also going to pull cards here from the Carolyn Myss, the archetype cards. And I'm not sure, I don't think I mentioned any of the cards I use in a reading. I do list in the description box of the video down below. So if you are interested in picking any of them up for yourself, you know where you can get those. So we're going to pull 2 cards, which are going to represent the 2 different personality types or archetypes that are involved in this situation. So I feel like we have this one and we have this one. And then we're also going to pull here from the Queen of the Moon Oracle and see what else that they would like you to know about this relationship, this love between these 2 individuals. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be family, it can be friends, it can be coworkers or even schoolmates, whatever it may be, however it resonates for you. So what else for those that chose reading number 1? What you want them to know? Okay. That will be the one. So we'll just put that right here for right now. All right. Okay, so let's take a look here and see. Actually, they want to do this one first, so we will. So we have balance, card number 19, which makes a lot of sense with balancing the taskiness around the relationship. But let's see what else specifically they mention here. And it is seek balance. Extremes of anything are rarely healthy or useful. There may be an overreaction that has caused an issue. Ground yourself and allow your strength to rise from there. Be aware of where the imbalances in your life are present. The affirmation for this card is, I seek and maintain healthy balance in my life. It goes on to say, working with the lunar cycle on a regular basis helps us actually experience the flow and balance of nature. The moon shows us the gradual and peaceful process of waxing and waning and the phases of perfect balance within. Our bodies, our minds, and our human spirit seek balance, yet perfect balance is almost impossible to achieve. So think on this. If we try to stand on one leg and balance ourselves, no matter how good at balancing on one leg we may be, it is a kind of a dance, is it not? The large and small muscles in our legs adjust to keep us upright, always moving, never perfectly still. The rest of our body is also performing a myriad of adjustments. A little to the right here in one moment, a little to the center there. And the point is that balance is a process, something we can actively seek if we're wise. And we need to know when we are unbalanced so we can return to homeostasis. It is useful to know where our imbalances lie and to make a decision about moving towards a more balanced version. Self-reflection helps identify this. When we're to something, working too long, thinking too fast, eating too much, we need to be honest with ourselves so we can identify this quite easily. Allowing ourselves a more considered and balanced view invites a true peacefulness into our lives, something that many people crave in this incredible, busy, and chaotic world. Balance allows us to understand what overwhelm that it isn't a place we want to visit, let alone set up a home in. And the companion stone for that is bloodstone. Yeah, so not overdoing things, not over, emphasizing the tasks, the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, the must. Understanding that two individuals will have different lists that they have been given growing up, and no one has the exact same to-do list. Instead, we can change it to a could-do list or a could-be list instead of a have-to-be list. Now, the two different sides, I like the balance coming in, because these cards usually have a light attribute and a shadow attribute. And so one side of this, I had a feeling we're going to be here. One side of this is spirit. This represents spirit guide in the spirit world. So I love that. And then we have the shapeshifter, which will be you in the relationship, obviously, unless you're spirit and you're watching my video. Hey, welcome. But this will be you, obviously. So you have the shapeshifter is you in this particular scenario here. So skill, the light attribute is having a skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness and ability to see the potential in everything. And the shadow attribute that you can balance talks about projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment instead of what's good for truly good for you. It's kind of like we focus on not caring what any of the outcomes, any of the impacts, any of those things are. We're just focusing on what's good for us, what we feel is good for us and feels good for us. But there's this balance that comes in here. So a little bit more about this card, because this card will represent this love that is coming into, this balancing that's coming in with this tasks and the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos. This represents, like I said, the spirit world. So it can be, your guardian angel or your angel, spirit guides, ancestors, creator, but it can also be a loved one who's on the other side. So if you've lost someone and you were drawn to this because you were wondering if they would make themselves known, here they are making themselves known to you. So this is them telling you that you're never alone, that they are with you, that this is happening on purpose for a purpose for you to understand balancing the grief, balancing the missingness, balancing the anger, everything that comes with those of us who remain here when a loved one goes to the other side. Now, I'm also going to pull a guardian angel card here to see what spirit or guardian angel, it can be a message from anyone on the other side here. So let's take a look here and see. What do they have? What else? What personal message do they have for you here? What message do they have here? All right, there it is. Okay. So you got the Judgment card here. And it says, let go of your fear of being judged. You are good enough. It's time to release all that you have kept safely locked away in your heart. Your true essence and potential have been restricted by structure and method for long enough. Can't make it up. There's no right or wrong way. Just be you. So that is their message for you. That is so perfect, because that's what this list is. A long list of supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, where you restrict yourself, you judge yourself very harshly, not living up to all of these things. And with that long list, you also make sure everyone else is also living up to those things. So I really, really like this for you. How perfect. We're also going to use the Naked Heart Tarot here. Let's see what else Creator and Spirit would like you to know about love in 2023 right now regarding this here. So what else for those that chose reading number 1? Okay. So we do want to that one right here and this one. Okay. What else? And that one. Okay. So we'll start with this one here. And you got the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands does talk about joy, celebration, stable energy. And I feel like this is what they're telling you here. You know, your loved one or spirit on the other side. This is the Marriage card too. So if it is your spouse that has passed, this is even a more specific message for you about it's okay to balance. It's okay to find happiness and joy. I don't take it personally. I'm in a happy place. I am so full of love and joy and laughter and peace on the other side. I'm outside of the restrictiveness of the body and the pain of the body. And just know that everything happened on purpose, for purpose. And you being a shapeshifter, you have the power to switch what you're feeling to something more in alignment with who you really are. Not the supposed to's of, well, you're supposed to be in mourning. It's supposed to devastate you. It's, supposed to. This long list. And it's like, you are powerful. You get to decide. And I don't take any of it personally because I'm with you 24/7. When someone goes to the other side, the moment they slip out of their physical body back into spirit, they are right by your side 100%. Never leaving you until you join them on the other side. And they can be with each and every single one of their loved ones 100% all at the same time. That's how powerful we are. So you don't have to share them with everyone, and they're never not around you. They're always around you. And then, okay, they do want to go this side. Yeah, okay. So, death. There is a death and a rebirth coming in here, too. This is what this also means. But definitely this has to do with someone on the other side that has passed away. If you don't have someone that's passed away, this can also be from spirit and from your guardian angels, etc. But it is so about a loved one, a spouse who's passed, is coming through so strong in this reading here. So if you have lost someone, then this is definitely for you. The Eight of Wands, which is them telling you that they have been sending you so many messages all over the place. Wands represents usually our drive, our ambition, our passion, inspiration, our energy, but it's also spiritual energy. And when spirit's involved, this Eight of Wands is about all these messages that they've been inundating you with, like I said, all over the place in the physical world. Whether it's a song on a radio or a bumper sticker or a license plate or a sign on the road, or overhearing a conversation of someone else, or a rogue email with a weird, title on the email, you just all over the place in the physical world. Also emotions. You'll just get an emotional burst that will come through you out of nowhere. And that's a message from them. And sometimes you will also get tapped in the head, which means like if you're not thinking about them and you're doing something and suddenly this memory just comes out of nowhere, that's them touching the memory in your brain to let you know that they are with you and that you are never, ever alone. So I love that for you. And then, yep, judgment card. So here's the higher self calling out to the human self. So another card just verifying that this is spirit communicating with your human. So it's the higher realm, the spiritual realm speaking to you, letting you know that they are with you. They're going to give you messages all year long. And just this, they know you're on a journey, and they don't judge you at all for the choices you make. If you're like, are they mad at me because I'm still sad or angry or whatever it may be? And it's like, no, they are in a place of unconditional love, no judgment. They just know each choice you make each moment is totally up to you. You get to choose to balance your life if you choose to do so or not. And they're hoping you'll go through a rebirth, and that, with the moon cycles on that death and rebirth card, to really understand just the power and the cycles of life, and that it's okay. Even setting a day of like, I'm going to mourn up to this date, and then after that, I'm choosing joy, is something you can do. Both of these, like this card talked about following the cycles of the moon, and on the death card here, it does show all the cycles of the moon up at the top here too. So I do, in my weekly energy update videos that I put out, mention the moon cycles and how you can make the most of the full moon with the release ceremonies and the new moon wishes, etc. So if you don't already follow the moon cycles, if you have subscribed to my channel and do the notification bell, I do each week put out a weekly energy update, and every other week is a new moon or a full moon, and I mention those specifically. And then the ones outside of that, I talk about love and career in between those two. So I really feel like with the moon cycles specifically mentioned in this card, but also shown here, that it's important you to follow the moon cycles and understand what is happening, what energies are coming in with each of the moons as it goes throughout the entire zodiac. Yeah, and then you have the devil card. So the devil card is the shadow, and this is the long list of things that has to be done. The shadow will come in and rattle your cage. It wants to shake up your life, to have you look at all this long list of, need to, have to, supposed to, should, must, all those expectations that are rooted in the fears of losing conditional love, because it wants to let you realize the cage that you have yourself in, so that you can see that there's a door wide open that you can just walk out of and step away from this long list of tasks of your life. So your life becomes less of a burden and more joyful and full of life and love instead. So this is basically, them saying that all of this stuff that's been coming at you left and right has been on purpose to show you and shake you up, so that you will look at your beliefs, because they are not satisfying you. You're getting to the point of being sick and tired of being sick and tired and feeling burdened by all of this long list of stuff, and you're ready to let it go. But definitely a communication here from someone on the other side. And again, a spouse whose past is so evident in here. But it could be your higher self, as I mentioned, or a guardian angel, spirit guide, whatever resonates for you. Is coming through here, and they're wanting you to know that you are not alone. You have this rebirth that's coming this next 2023 regarding love, how you look at love, how restrictive love is, and how free it's going to become. So I like this for you. Now, as I mentioned, in addition to these pick a card readings, I also put out weekly energy update readings, also monthly readings for each zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of these and get updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, And by clicking the subscribe button, you're given access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there's an option for all, which if you select, two things happen. One, you get immediate notification when I post a new video. And two, you also get notified when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. I know. And in addition to all of that, also doing those things helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, crazy, happy, excited. It wants to automatically share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things I mentioned, please know I'm very, very grateful. And these are general readings. If you want even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. All right, beautiful people, as you go through this wonderful journey of love next year, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing adventure. We'll be talking soon. But in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care. If you chose reading number 2, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off pulling a card here from the Clarity deck, which is by a group called Girls Gone Happy. So whether you are male or female or how you identify, we're all honorary Girls Gone Happy for this reading. And all the cards I use in a reading I do list in the description box of the video down below. So if any of these catch your eye and you do want them for yourself, then you know where you can pick those up. So we'll start off pulling a card here. All right, and you got a topic card. Is there another card regarding this? Okay, and they do want that one, so you get 2. And then, we're also going to pull here 2 cards from the archetype cards. And these represent the 2 different personalities that are involved here with this love message from Spirit. So we'll put these out too. Okay, they do want this one here and this one here. And then we also are going to pull a card here from the Queen of the Moon Oracle to find out more information about what all this is about. Okay, so, all right. I suppose that is the one. And then we also will pull a special message. This is a Guardian Angel card deck, but this is going to be a message that comes from the other, because one of these obviously is most likely going to be you, and then the one will be the other, whether it's a romantic or friend or family or whatever it may be. It'll be a message from them. So let me just shuffle that up here. All right. So what message comes from the loved one to you? All right. I know they're heart cards. They're fun to shuffle and even more to try to get a card out of. Okay, so this is the one right here. Just put that over there for now. And then we'll pull tarot, of course. But we're going to start off here with these cards. And you do, okay, so this is about a family member. Which, of course, family can be husband, wife, spouse, whatever it may be. And then what this is about is the Destroyer. Oh, okay. So this is about someone who... So what needs to be burned to the ground to make space for something new? So what needs to change in this relationship here with family, with whatever family member this is? What regarding love needs a reboot? What needs to be left behind so that you can move forward in it, right? We're also going to pull from here, and and then you have Patience card here. So we've got Patience, which is card number 36. So let me just move these down a little bit here. And Let's see what comes in here before we reveal more about who this individual is. Okay. So it says, enjoy the journey, not just the destination. So the time has come to learn patience and avoid the lure of instant gratification. Slow down. Take your time. Things are happening. You just can't see it yet. Be loving and patient with your body. And the affirmation for this card is, I take my time to enjoy the journey. And it goes on to say, patience is a kind of faith in foreseeing. We might see the seed, but we foresee the flower. We might see the books on the table, but we foresee the degree at the end if we read them. And if we think physically, we might feel the pain of a hard workout, but foresee and have faith in the muscle and fitness levels we will build. Patience is a way of experiencing the process of fruition. For some of us, we choose what is quick and easy. We may choose activities we know we will be good at. These require no big process, no great challenge over time, and so no great achievement, even if we're good at them. More difficult is a kind of patience in mastery, where the skills or learning take time to accrue, and that is where the beauty of patience is born. When we truly realize the power of patience, we understand the power of gaining something incredibly deep and embedded rather than the quick hit of instant gratification. There is great power in going slow. There's also the lifelong benefit of the power of trusting that you can hold a focus for a time for something big. For some of us, learning a physical skill enables us to fall in love with our bodies again, seeing it change and try over and over. We recognize its magnificence in all its weirdness, its wonkiness, strength, weakness, and inherent wisdom. We get to feel the process and the miracle, and if our body doesn't quite get it and we run out of patience, well, nasty self-talk is the last thing I would throw at it. After all, my body is not my enemy. Instead, I throw compassion and trust at it. The compassion that it is doing its best right now, and the trust that it will get me to where I want to go, even if that is eventually. I've learned to be patient. The green corn moon encourages us to watch for growth and enjoy patiently the journey of growth. While we may not yet be at fruition, we are on the way. And the companion stone for this is jade. Now, I feel like when it's talking about the body, we can reread this last paragraph and put in that it's, rather than it's our body, that it's the person that we're in relation with here, the person that this love is being tested through patience for the period of time. So it says, so I'm going to reread it. I'm going to try to do it here, where it says, for some of us, learning to get along with and love another individual allows us to fall in love with them again. Seeing it change, seeing them change, and seeing our relationship change as I try over and over. We recognize its magnificence, the relationship's magnificence, the weirdness, the wonkiness, the strength, the weakness, and the wisdom that we get within the relationship. We get to feel the process of joining together and the miracle. And if our relationship, if that person doesn't quite get it and we run out of patience, well, nasty self-talk is the last thing that you would want to throw at yourself and at the relationship and at them. After all, they are not your enemy. Instead, you throw compassion and trust at them. The compassion that they are doing the best they know right now, and you trust that this will get you to where you want to go, even if that is eventually. You've learned to be patient. And maybe where you are wanting to get to eventually is a place of understanding, because this individual is a mirror for you. And they're showing you what you want to see about yourself until you see it. So as you're understanding this individual and whatever's coming up, however you feel they are destroying you, destroying your relationship with them, destroying themselves, it's a mirror to ask, how am I destroying myself in this situation? So whichever one of these is you, of course. And so let's reveal, each of these does have a light and a shadow attribute. So you have the pioneer. And so this personality type or archetype, on their lighter side, when they're in their power, when they're not in fear, they're passionate. They have this passion for doing and creating things, what has not been done before. So pioneering, engineering, great ideas. But when they're in fear mode, compulsive need to keep moving on. So they don't stop. They just keep going, and you can't sit still, right? Now the other one, so if that's not you, then this what might be you. Yeah, visionary. Look, pioneer and a visionary, very much mirrors for one another. The light attribute, when this person is in love and in the not in fear, they have a capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. But when they're in their fear mode, when they're in their shadow attributes, then they sell insights to the highest bidder. They compromise their vision to make it more acceptable. So I like this. Both of this, the pioneer and the visionary, and I had a feeling that it's going to be very much a mirror because you do mirror back and forth to each other this wonderful excitement for creating, for changing the world. Very Aquarian, age of Aquarius energy. It's time to let old things go, move into the new, things that are more in alignment. So I like that. And then the message that we'll say it's the higher self of the other individual. The message they have for you is trust your intuition and know that what seems logical may not necessarily be right. The answer to your question lies inside your heart. Endless possibilities exist for you. Stop trying to work it all out and feel your way through. Feel your way through. And then your angels, also will be there to guide you. But trust your feelings. What feels right is right. So trust your heart, not all of the mind of all the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, and the musts. We're also going to pull from the Naked Heart Tarot and see what else Spirit wants you to know about this. But I really feel like it's such a mirroring thing, and the destroyer that you feel is there is the reflection you back to your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are the true destroyer of how you're perceiving the world, because your mind, full of all those fears of losing conditional love, make it a bit foggy on what you're really seeing. But that's why they want you to trust your intuition. So what else for those that chose reading number 2? Okay. This one, and this one, and this one. All right. And we will start with this one here, which is the 4 of Swords, which is peace of mind. So this is getting out of our mind and peace of mind, because the 3 swords are the 3 of Swords card usually has a giant heart on it with 3 swords in it, which represents expectations equal disappointment. And they're sleeping very calmly on the Ace of Swords there, because the Ace of Swords allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, which are rooted in unconditional love. And it allows you to see things from a higher perspective, from a place of intuition, and it allows you to cut away more and more of these old thoughts, these old fears of losing conditional love, all that expectations that sound like supposed to and should and need to and have to and must. It all comes back to releasing the thoughts, all these stories that we've created around the situations, and trust the heart. Go into the heart, connect to the higher realms, and then you start to see things clearly. You see why the mirror was brought into your life, to show you what you want to see about yourself until you see it, right? And then you have, the Wheel of Fortune. So things are switching here, and the patience comes in here, just like trust that all of the events that happened, and even the individual being in your life, is happening for you. Because the story that Spirit gave me around the Wheel of Fortune is that before you came down here, your soul chose your body as its avatar, your human character, to experience this life through in this lifetime. And it has all these fated events and fated divine appointments of people that will come into our lives on purpose, for a purpose, to show us what we want to see about ourselves and the world, and understand our higher self and who we are by experiencing who we're not. And that's what we experience in this human world, is all those fears. It's a giant fear amusement park, but where we come from, there is no fear. It's unconditional love, conditional love, joy, sadness, peace, chaos. We have this opposites that we come down here to experience, and the Wheel of Fortune basically shows you that no matter what is happening, that it has been designed for you. And so when you're patient and you're able to look at these things, and you, instead of looking at it like, why is this happening to me, we can go, all right, so why did I want this to happen for me instead? The for tune. The tune that is about for, the music of for me, instead of the sad country song of the why is this happening to me, It's more of a positive, uplifting tune instead. And so I love that this is coming in here, because it is showing you that this mirror is here for you to see more about yourself, rather than, you feel like it's an attack against you. You're transforming how you're perceiving it. Yeah, movement of Swords. So you are transforming it. You're moving the Knight of Swords. You're moving your thought and your beliefs and your mindsets around the situation, because you are seeing things from the Ace of Swords, from this higher point of view. So absolutely. And you have the Eight of Wands. So the more that you really look and understand this message, that of the for me, this is happening for me, for me, for me, we move from feeling like a victim and all this energy that we were investing in feeling like a victim and trying to live up to all these expectations and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. All that energy comes back to you. It comes flooding back. Wands is your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration. It's your overall energy, but it all comes flooding back. So the more you understand, the more patient you are with, okay, it's going to unfold perfectly. But the more you do your inner work, the faster things move, the faster the wheel starts to spin. And because usually during these situations, it feels like your life is paused and it's just dragging through it all, right? But there is this beautiful, beautiful thing that happens when we are focused on inward and upward. The outside world then begins to speed up in correlation with how much work and how fast we're doing our inner work. So I love that coming in. And then your final card, yay! You do have the Four of Wands coming in here. So the Four of Wands does say joy. It is a joy and celebration card. It's a marriage card too. So whatever this means for each individual, it's like it does bring stabilized energy, because the Four of Wands is also like four big, like a table with four huge legs on it. It's a very solid foundation. So your energy does balance out. The destroyer doesn't feel so destruction oriented. It becomes a very cohesive, joyful, collaborative type of experience, rather than feeling like you're in this battle of destruction. So I do love this for you. Don't have anything else to add to that, but if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these pick a card readings, I also put out weekly energy update readings for each individual zodiac sign monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get updated immediately when it becomes available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and by clicking the subscribe button, you're given access to the notification bell. If you go in there, there is an all option, which if you select that, two things happens. One, you'll be notified immediately when I post new videos. And two, you'll also be notified when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. I know. And in addition to all of that, doing those things also helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, crazy, happy, excited, wants to automatically share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful. And these are general readings. If you're wanting even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. All right, beautiful people, as you go through this adventure, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing journey. We'll be talking soon, I'm sure. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care. If you chose reading number 3, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off pulling a card from the Clarity deck, which is from a group called the Girls Gone Happy. So regardless if you're male or female or how you identify, for this reading, we're all going to be honorary Girls Gone Happy. And any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box of this video down below. So if any of them catch your eye and you do want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. All right. So for reading number 3, what do you want them to know, please? All right. Okay, you did get a topic card, and okay. Well, we will look at all 3 of those. We're also going to pull here from the archetype cards, and it's going to identify the 2 different personalities, 2 different archetypes that are involved in this reading here. One will be you and one will be the other person. So let's take a look here. See which 2 types, which 2 individuals. Okay. Interesting. This one is actually going to have 3. So, okay. Well, let's figure out what's going on here. And then we'll also pull a card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. See what else they want us to know about this situation here. Okay. So that is the one there. And we'll figure out how to get this all done here. And then the guardian angel cards here, these will be a message from Spirit for you for this reading. Okay. All right. So there's 2 coming from that too. All right. Very interesting. So we'll start off with all of these. We're going to start with the middle cards here. And the topic here is friendships. Okay. So we got friendships going on here. And we have, okay, so maybe one is a little more than friendships here with sex. It says, how do your beliefs, feelings, and needs around sex interact with your thinking here? Even if your questions seem unrelated to sex. What can this teach you that will help you to move forward in the ways that you seek? Okay. And then the other one is competition. Okay, it's getting a little more clear here, eh? It says, how are your beliefs around competition holding you back from your highest good? How are they moving you towards it? What do these beliefs teach you about your approach to relationships, work, and conflict? So maybe there's some competition here among friendships, and maybe that's why there's these 3 individuals here. So we are also, let me go ahead and we'll look at the path here. So this is your card overall for this entire situation as well. And card number 8. And okay, so I'm going to put them up here for now and just slide this into here. Let's see what message comes in here. So the way is open for you. The path is illuminated. Begin the journey now. Respond and take action. We must be courageous and move forward. The affirmation for this card is, I am open and responsive to the opening of the way. And it goes on to say, when we accept where we are, acknowledge what we need to change, to grow, and begin to love ourselves more completely, the direction of our lives begins to change. We often decide we want to follow a more authentic way for ourselves, and our desires become more aligned with the needs, wants, and values of our true selves. Imagine we are lost in a dark forest and can hardly see. There is no visible path, and every way looks exactly the same. We feel burdened by shadows and are not sure we should even move because we're so paralyzed by fear and uncertainty. Then the sunshine somehow breaks through the clouds and the leaf canopy, and there ahead is a path illuminated in golden light. It is clear now the direction we should head. The path is not only visible, but it is inviting us forward. And so, instead of just standing there, we can't wait to step on it and move forward. The path is lit, and now it is time to walk upon it. Companion stone for that is pyrite, if you're into the stones. So, evidently, it feels like here among friendships here, that there might be some competition or some fear that you are competing with a friend in some way. And it feels like you might be attracted, or there might be an attraction between friends. And there's this path that's saying it's like you want to move on it, you want to move forward on it, but you have been uncertain and fearing. And I feel you fear how it's going to impact the little friendship triangle that is there, like you're friends with each other, but you're afraid that if you act upon this, that is going to impact, third party here. So this, I feel, is the third party, the one that you're afraid will feel like a third wheel because they're close friends with both of you. But if you guys either take action on this, or you have and you're afraid that they're going to find out, it's important just to be honest and upfront. Move forward on it is what this is saying. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid that it'll end all the friendships? If it's a true friendship, it won't. And if it does end, then you will find other individuals that are in alignment for your path going forward. It's like you will find new individuals, but this attraction, this drawing together of individuals is happening on purpose for a purpose. And so this individual will give you a special message, their higher self, and this person's higher self will also give you a message. So I like that. So I feel like this is going to be you, the networker. Are you the networker? And this says, it has both light and shadow attributes. So when you're in your light, when you are in your love, you enhance unity through the sharing of information. You engender social awareness and empathy. When you're in your fear, you convey information only for personal gain, spread fear and falsehood. So I feel like that's what's going on here, right? Is that when you are in your light and in your love, you share information, you share the connection, you maintain connection. You don't make it weird between this, right? But when you're in fear, you do lie. You withhold the truth. You have to lie about where were you? And you guys were together, and you both have to lie to this person because you're afraid how it's going to impact them, kind of situation. But I like this, that you are a networker, that you are loving and social, and you bring people together in unity. So you can bring everyone together in unity here. And I feel this is the one that you're attracted to, your Messiah. Ooh, very nice. So this one, there's a light attribute where when they're in their love, they serve humanity with humility. But when they're in their fear, they exaggerate the belief that they're the only means through which a cause can succeed. So when they're in fear, they can get arrogant and say that I am the one that everything has to happen through. But when they're in their love and they're not in fear, they are truly this being that just exudes love and nurturing and assistance and just loves helping people. Now, their message to you here, their higher self talking to you, is saying, action! Drop all the fear and just do it. You can't make it up. You have the power to create and be whatever you truly want. So look inside your heart and take positive action in those things that bring you closer to achieving your desired goals. Nothing can stop you except your own fears. This card is a positive affirmation that the time is right for you to start a new and exciting venture. So this is our higher self saying, it's time. Don't be afraid. Take the action. Now, the third party that's involved here is the monk and the nun. So don't worry about her and their feelings. They're very much to themselves anyway, right? Like an introvert. But when they're in their love, they're selfless and they're devoted, they're single-minded, and they're dedicated to spirit. And when they're in their fears, they have negative judgment on the physical world, and they have excess piety. So they can act holier than thou and judge when they're in fear. And that's might be what you guys are fearing about this situation, is that they'll do this, but this is their personality type. They are much to themselves, and so they might, when they go into fear, go, oh, you guys are just gonna ignore me anyway, and blah 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 blah. But you both will make sure that doesn't happen. I mean, a Messiah doesn't do that to a monk or a nun. Neither does a networker. So their higher self, the message they have for you is encouragement. And it says, your love is invaluable to the earth and to those around you. Even though you may not always see the positive effect your love has on others, trust, for it does. Each time you offer love through a loving gesture, a thought, or a word, you plant a seed of love, and love always generates more love. Trust and continue your loving work, your network. So, yeah, they're saying just love this person in that special way, more intimately. Just continue to love. It's enough. And they're trying to tell you that it will be. And then we also are going to pull here from the Naked Heart Tarot. And let's take a look here. See what else. What else do you want to those that chose reading number 3 to know? Okay. What else? Okay. Okay. So we're going to start off with this one. We had the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is nostalgia. It's the past. It's like people you've known. And I kind of feel like this is what, like people you've known in your past. Maybe this one more so is like someone that you've known in your past for a very long time. But it's memories. It's childhood connection. I almost feel like it's like someone you've known this person a lot longer than that, and then this person came in as friends and you're like really attracted to them, but you're afraid this one's going to get upset and jealous and feel like a third wheel, etc., etc., etc. But as long as you continue to give the same love here, it won't impact it, right? Yeah, because you have the 10 of Cups. So there's plenty of love to go around here. You know, it's a different type of love, I feel, of course, but it's, you feel full and unfolding, full of wonderful love that's coming in. And I do like that for you. Yep, 10 of Pentacles, so abundant and overflowing. It is time. 10 is endings and new beginnings too. And you have this, it's time for a new beginning. It's time for action, definitely in this situation. Yeah, you have the Spirit of Cups, which is the King of Cups, which is actually known as kind of the Christ love, which is funny because here's Messiah. But it's someone who has the ability to bring emotion and passion into things. And that's what's drawing you, is this wonderful big heart that this individual has. And don't resist it. You know, the feelings are mutual by what is coming in here. And the higher self is saying, take action. It's okay. Accept the love, accept the connection, accept where you want to go with it. This person will be fine. Yeah. Because people who are moved in and out of your life come in and out of your life on purpose, for a purpose. So you don't have to worry. I mean, if this individual is supposed to be moved out of your life, then they'll be moved out of your life on purpose, for a purpose. If this individual is not meant to be in your life for the long haul, they will be moved out of your life on purpose, for a purpose, to create space and room for what is meant for you in your life. You know, these each are soulmates. They're souls that have a divine invitation. They're divine appointments with you to be in your life for as long as they're going to be in your life, mirroring back to you, supporting you as you are mirroring back to them and supporting them. When that is done, it's done, and they will be moved to open your path to move in a direction for you, or to make space for something to come in. If these both are meant to be with you the rest of your entire life as a deep, deep best friend and as a lover and a deep friend, then they will be. But whatever's meant for you will not pass you by. And so I love that the Tower came in here to tell you that whatever is unfolding isn't happening for you. It's not happening to you. And so allow yourself to experience life and don't exist. Don't just exist. Don't live in regret. What if? Take the chance. Move forward. Take action, right? Yeah. 4 of Wands. So there's the stable energy that's coming in here. You know, it is even the marriage and celebration joy card. But definitely there's this beautiful, beautiful, bright energy. I mean, you got 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, fullness in the outside world, fullness in the emotions, celebration, gatherings, getting together, beautiful power of emotion flooding in. The 6 of Cups is the nostalgia, the beautiful connection that you have to this individual, that you've been through a lot of things and they've been through it. And it's not something that will go away easily. Just continue to give them the love that you have. Don't take all the love you're giving them to invest in them, right? Yeah, you're going to give them maybe more time and more love, but you don't take it from this one. Allow yourself to continue to give love to them. And then everything just unfolds very, very beautifully with this. So I do love this for you. I mean, what a unique situation coming in here. I actually had recorded the 3rd video already, but the audio was so scratchy for some reason that I removed it because there was just no way to recover it. And this is the reading that has come through in its place. So know that it was replaced, moved out of the way to make this reading come in for you. So it's very much divinely coming in as well. So I absolutely love this for you. If you are looking for even more updates and more messages, in addition to the pick a cards, they also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, also monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. If you don't want to miss out on any of those and get updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, And then by clicking the subscribe button, you're given access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there is an option for all, which if you select, two things happen. One, you'll be notified immediately when I post a new video. And two, you'll also be notified when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. I know. In addition to all of that, also it helps spread the Zen love. And it does help my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm soupy giddy, happy, excited to where it wants to automatically share my videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, please know I'm very, very grateful. Also, these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings currently, and all that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. All right, beautiful souls, as you go through this adventure, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing journey. We'll be talking soon, I'm sure. But in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.